A few years ago, my husband found a three-bedroom bungalow that was cheap to rent. The owner who inherited it was a friend of my husband. This guy's father had passed away the previous year, and the house was sitting empty that whole time. The owner didn't want to live in it, and he didn't even bother returning to the house to remove all the furniture, clothing, or belongings from it either. I didn't even get a chance to see the place before we moved in. My husband sprung it on me last minute after our apartment lease was up. It looked okay from the outside. The windows were dark, but of course, no one lived there. Once my husband opened the door and switched on the light in the foyer, I felt that this place wasn't empty. I felt like something was in there watching us right away. I knew the original owner passed away, so I just figured that I was just spooking myself that first evening. The whole house was full of furniture, knickknacks, personal items, clothing, and it was dark and dusty. I was depressed looking at it all. The part of the deal for cheap rent was that we had to clean it all. We got a truck and cleaned out the majority of the house. We kept some things like the almost new couch, armchairs, TV, and end tables. We kept the master bedroom furniture in there because the mattress was new, the bedding and furniture was new. My husband traveled for work. He left me there alone, and that is when I experienced things that were odd. That feeling of being observed didn't go away. I stayed in the front rooms because there was better light there, and it's where our belongings were. The back part of the bungalow was always dark. The first thing I noticed was scratching sounds in the wall. It's Texas, so it could have been any animal doing that. I heard what sounded like walking along the ceiling. I remembered one day I was watching a movie, there was this loud stomping up there. I was distractedly thinking to myself, damn, the neighbors are loud. Then I remembered there wasn't any upstairs neighbors. I ran outside to see what was on the roof. Nothing. It really sounded like heavy footsteps crossing from one side of the house to the other. I was nocturnal back then, stayed up all night either watching live streams or painting in the living room. I was in my bedroom watching an old black and white movie on TV this particular night. Outside, I could see the pink dawn through the curtains. That is when I heard knocking. Just two sharp knocks in the upper left side of my bedroom wall over the bed. The bedroom was at the left corner side of the house. I wondered what it was. Then, all along that side of the wall was a swooshing sound. I pictured someone using a leafy branch, just making swirls with it on the other side. Just a scratchy swirling sound. I hopped out of bed to see what the heck that was. It had to be people. I ran outside and over to the outside of the house, and there was no one. They could have ran away, I guess. It was so odd to me. This happened a few more times before I finally answered that knock with a loud hello. The knock itself sounded like a person's knock, intentional to get attention, not like a tapping or something bouncing off the wall. It was two distinct knocks. There was a hesitation, then it knocked three times. I asked who's there, then the knocking started going hard and fast. It sounded angry and loud. I took off to check the outside again. Nothing, nobody was there. I went back inside, back to the bedroom. The frantic loud knocking was now accompanied by that swirling sound, and it moved from the left side of the wall to the ceiling. That scared me. I called my friend, and then she told me that I was not supposed to ever answer the knock or go outside for two reasons. If it had been a person scaring me, I could have been hurt. And second, whatever that was, it was bad and I interacted with it. It went on for nearly 30 minutes. I left the bedroom to go sit shaking in the living room while I chatted with my friend. She wouldn't accept any pictures or videos of it either. After that occurrence, I made sure to ignore all noises. Just act like everything was okay. The activity died down.